Are you a singer but can't stand the sound of your own voice? Or maybe you're stuck imitating your favorite singer. By the end of this video, you will discover your unique, incredible, natural singing voice. Okay, first of all, let's just say that every singer starts out by imitating others. It's human nature, right? Probably a huge part of the reason that you actually started singing in the first place was because you wanted to sing like your favorite singers. It just makes sense. But you want to be careful that you don't go too far down the imitation route because that imitation can become a trap. Every singer is different, and since every voice is different, just by nature of trying to imitate someone else, you may actually be taking on some of their bad habits. This is definitely true of me when I was first starting out. I actually really loved the sound of Tom Waits and Leonard Cohen and some of those really low, gravelly bass singer-songwriters.
Because the piano has been drinking. Not me.
But if you can tell by my voice, that is so not my voice. I'm a high tenor, and I was actually straining my voice to sing lower than I should. But how do you stop imitating? The first step is just to become aware of it. Just understand, and without judgment, that you're imitating your favorite singers, which is totally fine. Some ways you can do that is record yourself singing and honestly ask yourself, does it sound like you're trying to imitate the original singer? Or maybe you're performing and you actually hear some people sound like, man, you sound just like so-and-so. And if that's one of your favorite singers, then maybe you're imitating them just a little too much rather than finding your own unique voice. So in order to stop imitating, I want to show you the power washer technique. We want to strip away all those layers of imitation that you've built up as your muscle memory for how your own voice is supposed to sound and discover the unique voice underneath. Kind of just like a power washer gets rid of all the layers of dirt and grime and stuff off of your driveway, we're actually going to do the same thing with your voice. Now let's take a look at an example. Let's pretend that I'm trying to sing the song Too Good at Goodbyes as performed by Sam Smith. Now I could do a couple of things here to try to make my Sam Smith impression really sing. Like, I can kind of drop my larynx a little bit. I can sing really breathy and light. I can purposely flip on high notes. These are all trademark sounds that Sam Smith does. You must think that I'm stupid. You must think that I'm a fool. You must think that I'm new to this. 'Cause I have seen it all before. Yeah, but that's my impression of Sam Smith, and that's not really true to my own voice. That's definitely an imitation. And the way that I know that is because there's nothing about that really sounds like my own voice. There are 3 steps to the power washer technique. First, select a phrase from the song that you're trying to sing, and rather than singing the words, say the words first. You're not trying to sound like you're singing, or you're not trying to make them sound a specific way. You're literally just saying the words in your own voice. You must think that I'm stupid. You must think that I'm a fool. Step 2. Now that you've said them in your own natural voice, speak the words, but speak the words on pitch. In other words, take the melody of the song and actually sing the words using your natural voice on the notes. But keep in mind, you're not singing yet. You're literally just singing the words on the pitches of the song. You must think that I'm stupid. You must think that I'm a fool. Step 3. Now that you've said the words on pitch, let's make it smooth. So you've said the words on pitch. Now you want to connect them together and make them really smooth like you're actually singing them. But rather than singing them like the original artist, remember, you're going to retain some of your natural voice that you found in step 1 and 2. You must think that I'm stupid. You must think that I'm a fool. You must think that I'm new to this. 'Cause I have seen it all before. So one thing to notice about that is it's not nearly as finished as the Sam Smith version. Indeed, I would want to keep working on that. I would want to keep developing that. But in the meantime, notice how much closer to my real voice it actually sounds. When you first start doing this, you might actually notice that your voice sounds ugly to you. That's because by taking away the layers of imitation and trying to mimic someone else, you're actually hearing your own voice for the first time. But there's probably an even better reason. One of the biggest differences between an amateur and a professional singer is not the vocal exercises that they do or how long they warm up for or even how long they've been singing. Professional singers understand that the vowel or the spaces in between consonants is the soul of the voice. Unfortunately, when you first start off using the power washer technique, because I'm asking you to sing the words a little bit more, you're probably going to rely a lot more on the consonants. You must think that I'm stupid. You must think that I'm a fool. And again, keep in mind, this is just a step in the process. I asked you to do it. I take full responsibility. But now that you're singing the words a little bit more, let's actually try to focus on the vowels more than the consonants. You must think that I'm stupid. You must think that I'm a fool. When you focus on the vowels instead, you'll notice something amazing. It's like the words actually sound more like singing. And there's actually a lot more emotionality in each of the words that you're singing, because instead of just trying to make it sound like you're singing or just trying to speak the words, instead you're focusing on those beautiful vowels in between. So when you're trying to improve your performance, remember to emphasize the vowels, not the consonants. But odds are, even if you use these techniques perfectly, follow them exactly to a T, you may still hate the sound of your own voice at first. Have you ever listened to the sound of your voice on a recording and just been like completely blown away by, oh my God, like I sound like that? Oh my God, that's terrible. You don't want your first experience in a professional recording environment to be hearing your own voice for the first time and being shocked at how you sound. Instead, I want you to listen to your own singing like it's snake venom. Just like the old school snake handlers that would like drink a little bit of snake venom every day so that they could kind of inoculate themselves to the effects of the venom in case they ever got bit one day. I want you to start listening to your singing a little bit every day. Record yourself singing songs, and rather than trying to imitate the original singer, try to give yourself over to the gladness that you sound the way that you do. But not too much all at once. You want to just a little bit every day. Another way you can do this is you can take vocal lessons with a vocal coach and actually listen back to the recording. This is actually a huge reason why I record every single lesson that I teach my private students. Not only so that we have a record of what we've worked on, but so that they can actually hear themselves singing and hear me point out, oh, do you see that you went a little bit flat there, or you were a little bit sharp there, or you went to falsetto there? They can actually get used to the sounds of their own voice. But more importantly, how to fix it. You can even play and sing with other people and try to get an outside perspective on what they think that you sound like. It's kind of crazy to say, but it's just one of those things of, we hear our own voice and we just have such a hard time reconciling the difference between the way that we sound in our heads and the way that we sound to the outside. We may sound incredibly beautiful and perfect to outsiders, but we may hate the sound of our own voice. Adele has been very public in talking about how she's really afraid of letting people down and not making her voice sound the same way that it does on recordings. And if Adele can hate the sound of her own voice, like where's the hope for the rest of us?
So what's that fear?
I'm not going to deliver. That I'm not going to, that people aren't going to enjoy it. They're going to, that I'll ruin their love for my songs by doing them live.
To take this even a step further, follow my 5-step process to sing with your natural voice here.